Hey everybody, hit pause here. I have a question about ScaleForm in UDK. Now I have this very simple Flash file here. I've got two movie clips, a yes and a no, and they're each named here, yes and no. And each one of them tells itself to be not visible when the movie starts. And I've got two functions that basically set function yesViz will set the yesMC to true and the no to false. And then this one will set yes to false and no to true. Now I've already got these in here inside of UDK already imported, and here's the movie, here's the material, and here's the texture. Now I've got two panels here, and what I want to do is have one say yes and the other say no. Now the thing is, I've got two movies here and they open, and this one fires this action script yes viz, this one fires no viz. But the problem is that I cannot figure out any way to associate anything in here, because these are basically identical. So this movie opens on this texture target, and then this movie opens on the texture target too. So they're both basically overriding the same texture target. And I tried to tell it to use other targets and whatnot, but I can't. So what happens is it basically, if I don't open this one, they'll say yes. Well, hang on. Yes viz here. Okay, so something's wrong. Okay, I just didn't have the movie plugged in here. So they'll both show yes after a second, but if I open the other instance of the movie, this overwrites, and then what happens is, as soon as this opens instantaneously, so you'll see that yes never even fires because this movie just gets deleted. So it never showed no, it just showed yes. Now what I've done as well is created a duplicate of the texture target and made an instance material here. Now I can quite easily take this material and assign that there, and here I can assign that texture target to here, and you'll see I get the yes and I get the no. Now that works, and I you know, I've always known that you can do that, but here's the problem. I think it's pretty obvious at this point where I'm going with this. Right? That's the real problem. Now, okay, now obviously this is a bit of an exaggeration, okay? I'm not going to have 512 of these necessarily, but it says something crashing or something. It's maybe I overloaded it. But that's I'm just trying to illustrate the point, right? I can't obviously, but I mean, just having this many here, maybe, you know, 32 of them or 96 of them or however many is, that's not unreasonable for a game. You know, if these were panels that were needing to be, you know, in different areas, yes. You know, just having this many isn't unreasonable at all. Okay, obviously this is ridiculous, but this is a good illustrated point, because what would my package look like here if I needed to do this? And I can tell you what kind of a puzzle this could easily be. What if you need, every time you shoot one of these, it needs to change to yes, change to yes, change to yes, change to yes, you know? And there's a puzzle thing over here that shows a little diagram of a picture or something, or if these need to change colors, you know, you shoot this one, it turns red, and then this one turns green, you know, you shoot it twice, it turns green, and you need to paint a little picture or something like that. I mean, that could be the kind of puzzle that it could be. It's not viable. It's not possible. I mean, you can see what happens when I play this. We get yeses on every other one and nos on every other one. Now what if I wanted to shoot one like this and then it changes to no? Well, every single one of the yeses is going to change to no. So what if the puzzle was just simply I got to shoot every single one of these things within, you know, 3 minutes or something? Okay, it'd be an annoying game, I get it, but that's not the point. That's just a sample. The fundamental problem exists, you know. That I need to be able to use one texture and get this to work. Now if you look here, there's exposed variables. Here's the thing. I don't think that what I'm trying to do is possible, unless somebody knows something I don't. But if you ask me, this is missing a target object. This needs a target object, because if you expose variables here and you go movie object, all that is this here. Okay, that's this exposed variable is that. Target object is only this here, sequence action target, but it's sequences. That's all you can feed in here. If I pump this in, you know, it puts what I have in the content browser there. If I go to the content browser and I deselect everything, I don't get anything in there. And if I try to highlight, say, this object instead and try to put it, I don't get it. Now what about if I let's say, hang on. See, like I tried putting for the target, I tried putting the actor. So this is 384, which is this guy here, as you can see at the bottom. This one's 385, so I tried putting this one as 385 there. But doing that, it still doesn't work. They're still using the same thing. So I'm still at a complete loss. And I also tried going here to say, okay, just click this and use that, click this, expose the variable target object, and use that, which is basically the same exact thing. And if I hit play, it's the same thing. I still can't do it. So I feel like that this is in the hands of the Unreal developers. That's my guess right now, and I hope that's not the case, because it's been a long time since Epic has updated UDK, and I can't imagine that one of us is important enough to warrant something like this. Even not insulting anybody, I'm really not. I mean, even me, I would be like, well, only one guy needs this, because I don't see anybody else have ever asked for this kind of thing. But again, I do feel like that other people could use this too, because I would, you know, I'll show you guys what just save that. this is what I'm really doing. You know, with doors and stuff, and using these puzzle things here. It's not. I unhooked it all, but I was having, I was making a tutorial for this, and it got all messy because I got all confused. I couldn't figure it out. And again, it was another case of not wanting to make a bunch of instances for every door. Like if I want this to continue to keep going through more doors, I wouldn't know what to do. So hopefully somebody knows something. Maybe it's an Unreal Script thing. Maybe that's the only way to do this. But if you ask me, that would mean that there's something broken, right? I mean, Kismet's supposed to handle some of this stuff, and I do know there's a lot of things that Kismet cannot do, but this seems like something that it should be able to do. Maybe that's just me, I'm not real sure. So if you guys have any suggestions or know about anything that I could try on this to get this very simple thing working here without requiring these additional things, again, that would scale out just ridiculously. If I even if I had to make 10 of these, that's 10, 5, 12 textures doesn't seem efficient, So yeah, HipFoss signing off, and any help would be greatly appreciated enough for me to actually help you in return should you require it. Thank you guys.